Is your financial plan helping you build the life you truly want? Or is it simply about hitting financial milestones? Does that question make you pause? You're not alone. We often think of financial planning as a task dictated by numbers. How much you're saving for retirement, how much debt you're paying down, or what you're investing in for future growth. But what if your finances could be about something more personal? Hi, I'm Keith Demetriades. Today we're challenging some assumptions about how financial planning has to function. Let's start by discussing traditional financial planning, which is an approach that helps investors achieve financial security by setting clear goals and creating a strategic path to reach them. It revolves around quantifiable objectives like building a retirement fund, paying off debt, or saving for a major purchase like a home. This format can bring structure and discipline to your financial life, helping you manage your income, savings, and investments in a way that supports long-term stability. However, while traditional financial planning can be effective in achieving financial security, it has 7 significant limitations. Let's talk about those. Number 1 is a rigid focus on financial targets. Traditional planning revolves around hitting milestones like retirement savings goals or paying off debt by a certain age. This can lead to a one-size-fits-all approach that may not adapt well to changing personal circumstances or shifting priorities. Number 2 is a lack of flexibility. Life is unpredictable, but traditional plans often assume a linear path toward financial security. Major life events such as career changes, health issues, or family dynamics can derail these plans as they're not designed to accommodate significant shifts. Number 3 is a pointed emphasis on wealth accumulation. The primary objective in traditional planning is usually accumulating wealth or hitting certain financial benchmarks. It may neglect the question of why wealth is being accumulated in the first place and how it can be used to create fulfillment and meaning in a person's life. Number 4 is a limited focus on personal values. Traditional planning often overlooks the importance of aligning financial decisions with personal values. For individuals who prioritize experiences, relationships, or purpose-driven goals, this approach can feel disconnected from their real-life priorities. Number 5 is shortcomings in emotional and psychological considerations. Traditional financial planning focuses on logical, numbers-based strategies, but doesn't fully account for the emotional and the psychological factors that influence financial behavior, such as stress, fear, or the desire for a purposeful life. Number 6 is that the approach is transaction-oriented. Traditional planning often focuses on specific transactions, like buying insurance, making investments, or setting up retirement accounts. It may miss the bigger, more holistic approach of how these individual actions fit together and flex in a person's evolving life plan. And number 7, legacy planning is often one-dimensional. While traditional plans include estate and wealth transfer strategies, they tend to focus on the financial side of legacy rather than incorporating the values, the experiences, and life lessons you might want to leave behind. So let's discuss how life-centered planning introduces a new, fresh, different perspective and how it addresses these limitations. First, while hitting financial milestones is important, we should also understand that life is more than money. Life-centered financial planning starts by asking about the story behind the numbers. What's your story? What kind of life do you want and why? Instead of focusing solely on the numbers, it shifts the conversation toward how your financial decisions can serve your broader purpose and life goals. This approach embraces flexibility, understanding that financial targets are not the ultimate end, but tools to help you build a life that reflects your values. For example, instead of a hyper-focus on a specific dollar amount for retirement, life-centered planning would ask, how do you envision your retirement? Do you want to travel, spend time with your family, or pursue a new passion or hobby? From there, the financial plan is crafted to support that vision, recognizing that life goals and financial targets may and will evolve over time. This is important because personal goals and purpose may change as life progresses, whether due to a career shift, family dynamics, or personal growth. Focusing on the life you want to live ensures your financial decisions remain relevant and empowering rather than feeling like a set of rigid benchmarks that must be achieved at all costs. Second, life-centered financial planning is designed to be flexible from the outset and adaptability is key. For example, if you take a career break to pursue a passion project or care for your family, life-centered planning allows you to adjust your financial strategy without feeling like you failed to meet certain financial milestones. If health issues arise, the plan adapts by prioritizing medical expenses without derailing your long-term goals. We all weather unexpected storms in life, and your plan should be agile enough to survive them. This approach also factors in that your priorities may shift over time. What you value in your 30s may look different in your 50s, and life-centered planning reflects that evolution by revisiting and refining the plan regularly. The importance of flexibility in financial planning cannot be overstated. Life is unpredictable, and a plan that cannot adapt to changing circumstances will ultimately become outdated and ineffective. Life-centered planning allows you to adjust your financial approach as life changes, ensuring your finances support your current and future goals, no matter what they may be. Third, while wealth accumulation should be a priority in every financial plan, life-centered financial planning reframes the conversation by asking a key question: how do I live my best life with the money I have? Life-centered planning focuses on using your money as a tool to support your broader life vision. Whether that's spending more time with family, travel, pursuing passions, or giving back to causes you care about. For example, instead of simply trying to maximize your return on investments, life-centered planning encourages you to think about how that wealth can maximize your return on life. It asks questions like, what experiences do you want to have? And how can your financial plan support your well-being today and in the future? By linking financial decisions to life goals, you're no longer focused on wealth for the sake of wealth, but rather on how that wealth can be used as a tool for your intent and your purpose. The shift from pure wealth accumulation to purpose-driven financial planning is crucial because it reconnects money with meaning. Wealth in and of itself is not a measure of success or happiness. It's what you do with it that matters. Life-centered planning helps you avoid the trap of constantly chasing more without knowing why. Instead, it encourages you to use your financial resources intentionally, supporting the experiences, the relationships, and the values that bring you fulfillment, impact, and ultimately joy. Fourth, while hitting savings targets or paying off debt is important, traditional plans often fail to ask why those goals matter to you. Life-centered financial planning places personal values at the heart of every financial decision. It starts by helping you identify what truly matters to you, whether it's family, community, faith, adventure, or giving back. Once your core values are clear, they become the guiding principles for managing your money, ensuring that financial goals aren't arbitrary, but reflect what's meaningful in your life. For example, if your top value includes spending time with family and giving to charity, a life-centered plan might prioritize family experiences like travel or establishing charitable giving strategies that align with those beliefs. Every financial decision, from investments to saving strategies, is rooted in making sure your resources support your personal values. This creates a plan that feels deeply connected to your identity and your sense of purpose. When your financial decisions are tied to what matters most to you, the plan is more than just a way to accumulate wealth. It becomes a way to live an intentional life on purpose. Fifth, life-centered financial planning recognizes that financial decisions are not just transactional. They're also emotional. Money can evoke complex emotions like fear, guilt, or insecurity. Your plan should discuss and address those feelings. For example, if you feel overwhelmed by debt, life-centered planning doesn't just focus on paying it off. It also addresses the emotional impact of that debt. It might involve creating a step-by-step strategy that reduces both the financial burden and the psychological stress. Similarly, if you have a strong emotional drive to provide for your family, life-centered planning ensures that those concerns are incorporated into the financial strategy to help you bring peace of mind. Addressing money's emotional and psychological aspects is crucial because it creates a more realistic and human-centered approach to financial planning. You have a deeper sense of control, which leads to a deeper sense of security and more confidence because your plan isn't just about the numbers. It also addresses your emotional bend dynamically, leading to a more even-keeled and successful financial life. 6, traditional financial planning tends to focus on specific transactions and financial products, such as setting up a retirement account, purchasing insurance, or making investments. While these transactions are important, they can feel disconnected from the bigger picture. Life-centered financial planning shifts away from just focusing on individual transactions and looks at the entire financial picture as it relates to your life goals. Every financial action, whether it's opening an investment account, buying insurance, or setting a budget, is tied directly to your personal values and your life vision. So each transaction feeds the larger intentional purpose. For example, instead of simply recommending a retirement account based on income and age, a life-centered planner would first explore your vision for retirement. What does retirement mean to you? What do you want to experience during that phase of life? Based on your vision, they would recommend financial vehicles that support those specific goals, making each financial move part of an overarching plan. For our 7th point, traditional legacy planning often centers around the financial aspects of estate planning, with an emphasis on maximizing the donor's financial impact, managing the estate, optimizing tax efficiency, and maintaining control. While these elements are crucial, this approach tends to overlook the deeper, more personal dimensions of a true legacy: values, memories, and life lessons. Traditional planning typically prioritizes the tangible benefits to the donor and the estate, but it may neglect the emotional and moral inheritance many people wish to pass on. Life-centered planning often encourages you to prioritize the impact on the beneficiary, a family member, your community, and the world. For example, instead of just focusing on minimizing taxes and distributing assets, a life-centered planner might help you create a strategy for charitable giving during your lifetime, allowing you to see the difference your wealth makes in the causes you care about most. Life-centered planning can also encourage conversations with your family about stewardship supported by the values and life lessons you want to pass down. This might involve setting up family meetings or trainings where you talk about tax laws, investment principles, and strategies, along with your financial decisions in terms of your values, your goals, and your priorities. By taking this broader view of legacy, life-centered planning helps ensure your wealth not only supports future generations financially, but also leaves a lasting impact. It helps you shape the memories, lessons, mindset, and vision that will continue long after you're gone by responsibly preparing the next generation. At the end of the day, long-term satisfaction doesn't come from simply building wealth. The happiest and most fulfilled people aren't necessarily the ones with the most money. They're the ones who use their wealth to live in a way that reflects their values, their passions, and their purpose. It's not about how much you have, but how you use it. Does your plan reflect your vision? Does your vision have impact? Are you excited about your plan? I'm Keith Demetriades, and if you found this video helpful, subscribe for more insights on aligning your finances with the life you want to live. Don't forget to like the video and share it with anyone who could benefit from thinking about their money in a more meaningful way. Remember, be a savvy steward. Make your life count.